to Islam and to the Sunnah and rejecting. And there are so many examples, but the time does not allow us to do this. Can go on? What about the dinner? No dinner? Okay, they said prolonging it a little bit. Okay, now also part of the balance is to go against what your soul desires. If it goes against the Sharia, how is that? We have imbalance in our affection. If we love someone, we take them to the roof as if they are prophets of Allah. And the minute we hate them, we make them disbelievers. We don't believe in a Muslim. No, he's either a saint, a messenger, or a kafir. And this is a problem. And this happens also with us in houses, with our spouses. A wife loves her husband greatly. The minute he mentions that my mother said, khalas, he becomes shaitan. Why did you bring her mentioning? She's my mother. She said, yes, but you know what she did 16 years ago? She didn't invite me to her sister when she came. Subhanallah. And by the way, the same goes with men. And even worse. But women are weak. We can make jokes at them. They will not hit back. Men, it's a big problem. So that's why I'm a little bit selective. Anyhow, we have a problem with our emotions. When we love a scholar, we make him a saint. Whatever he says is correct. But he made a mistake. No, he doesn't make mistakes. And if we hate someone, even if he recites an ayah of the Quran, this is not from the Quran. We have this problem. Overreacting is part of our imbalance. If I'm driving in Saudi, here you drive good, mashallah. Malaysian people are very nice, very, very easygoing. In Saudi, mashallah, when I get in my car, I put my helmet. And I become a different person. You know, I became very aggressive. And when we drive, if someone cuts over me, he made a mistake. I will follow him until Mecca. Just to cut over him. Seriously. This is how we feel and how we drive. Why? So many times someone does something wrong to you. Islam tells you, you may do the same thing wrong back to him or pardon him. And it's best you pardon him. People overreact. So instead of balancing their reaction, we have men divorcing their wives. Why? I divorced my wife yesterday, Sheikh. Can I reconcile? They come to me, said, why did you divorce her? Well, Sheikh, she prepared the food and the salt was too much. I said, okay. Then what? Said, I told her 6 times, don't put so much salt, and she doesn't listen. I divorced her. This is like having a mosquito without Zika. Having a mosquito on your hand and you bring a cannon. Boom. What is this? I'm killing a mosquito. Yeah, but this is an overkill. This is too much of reaction. You have to know how to balance your emotions in order to be a real Muslim. And that is why this balance of emotion is what we must require, especially with road age, etc. Al-Shafi'i, may Allah have mercy, and the majority of you are Shafi'i here. Shafi'i is one of the greatest Imams of all times. He's the Sheikh of Imam Ahmad in fiqh. And he used to say, Imam Ahmad, that all people are children and students of Shafi'i in fiqh. He's the first one to write in fundamentals of fiqh when he wrote his book, Al-Risala. Anyhow, Al-Shafi'i once said, my views are correct with a possibility of mistake. And my opponent's views are wrong with a possibility of being correct. Who among us use this way of communicating? No, you're wrong and I'm right. Akhi, give some way for going back. This is the balance that we should have in our communication. So many sisters complain from their husbands, truly and correctly. Their husbands are oppressive. They don't communicate. And so many divorces take place because of lack of communication. If you always give the benefit of the doubt, I might be wrong. There might be. Don't jump to conclusions. This balance would make your life easy, inshallah. When it comes to love and hate, this balance in affection, it is part of Islam. Some people say Islam is a religion of peace. Islam is a religion of love. Islam is a religion of tranquility. All of this is true, but indefinitely, said, yes, we love everyone. We love pigs. We love dogs. We love... Wait, where are you going, Akhi? This is not true. On the other hand, when you have NISIS, you know NISIS. What is NISIS? Non-Islamic State of Iraq and Syria. Never ever say ISIS. Because in the media, they say Islamic State of Iraq and Syria bombed, killed, slaughtered. Islamic State doesn't do this. This is the non-Islamic State. They are not related to Islam. So when you come to NISIS, they say everybody is kafir. We hate everybody except the mirror. We hate everyone. So this imbalance is wrong again. Muslims hate and love. Have peace and wage war. This is the balance of the Prophet ﷺ, who said that love in the sake of Allah and hate for the sake of Allah, and having friends for the sake of Allah, and having enemies for the sake of Allah are the tightest knots of Islam or Iman. أوثق عرى الإيمان. The tightest knots of a rope, Iman is to love and hate, is to have friends and to have enemies. So you cannot say, oh no, Muslims, they befriend everybody. Even their enemies, even those who kill them and slaughter them, they are their friends. No. But at the same time, they don't take everybody to become their enemies. The Prophet ﷺ used to deal with the Christians, used to deal with the Jews, used to accept the invitation of Jews when they invite him for dinner. Like in the Jew woman who put poison in the ram she cooked for him. She invited him and he attended, sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This shows you the true and correct balance. So, if we would like to balance, how would we know the right way? The answer is, as stated before, I'm not going to repeat the lecture again. The answer is to know well your Quran, to learn well your Sunnah of the Prophet ﷺ, to read his Seerah. It's a big problem when you find Muslims not knowing the Seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. If I say Salamata ibn al-Akwa', what is this? Is this a battle or a man or an address or a massage parlor? I don't know. What is this? Salam ibn al-Akwa'. Who knows Salam ibn al-Akwa'? Raise your hand. Wahid, Nain, mashallah. 2. Very good. Is this possible? Salam ibn al-Akwa', one of the bravest warriors who walked on feet, and one of the fastest, and one of the best athletes of all the companions of the Prophet. But we don't know him. I once asked this survey in a school of 1,500 students, give me the names of the 10 heaven-bound companions. The result was 0. On the contrary, I got names, subhanallah, Amr ibn al-Khattab. I know Umar. Amr ibn al-Khattab, this is new. If I ask you about the wives of the Prophet ﷺ, said Asma, no, Asma is not one of them. Is he divorced? No, he never married Asma. Subhanallah, where did I get this name from? I once went to a hospital to visit a doctor. So at the reception, the lady was telling me, what's the name of your patient? I said, Juwairiya. She said, what? In Arabic. I said, Juwairiya. You know Juwairiya bint al-Harith, the wife of the Prophet ﷺ, the aunt of Abdullah ibn Abbas and Khalid ibn Walid, and etc. So, no, that was Maymuna, sorry. Juwairiya bint al-Harith min Bani al-Mustalaq. This is different. Was it Juwairiya or was it Maymuna? I have both daughters, by the way. So anyhow, so she said, why? Meaning that, يعني ya haram, why are you giving her this name? I said, this is the mother of the believers, the wife of the Prophet. She said, Juwayriya? And she was an Arab. She was a Muslim wearing the hijab, so sort of what they call the hijab. And she was astonished. She never heard that the Prophet had a wife by the name of Juwayriya. This is a big problem. So you learn the seerah of the Prophet ﷺ. You know when Mu'tah took place, the Battle of Mu'tah, when Al-Khandaq took place, when Tabuk took place, what is that Al-Qarad, what is Al-Muraysi', what is Banu Nadir, Banu Qaynuqa', what is Bani Qurayza. When you know this, you have dignity, pride. You know how to balance things. No, I cannot do this. The Prophet didn't do it, ﷺ. Oh, yes, I should do this. The Prophet did this, ﷺ. You have the balance, but when you like nices, you don't even know what the Prophet did or what the Prophet did not do, alayhi salatu wasalam. They don't even speak Arabic. Kill. Force fi sabilillah. Allahu Akbar. That's it? Yeah, khalas, jihad. Boom. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. This is not related to Islam. When you don't have knowledge, you have ignorance. And when you have ignorance, this is what leads people to doing it. Part of being balanced is not to be haste. To always have patience. Think before you act. And this is the way of the Prophet ﷺ. Now, when the Prophet wants to do something, isn't that the best thing to be done? The answer is yes. If the Prophet wanted to do something, definitely it is halal. Definitely it is the right thing to do. However, the Prophet used to think ﷺ, of the consequences. If I do this, what will happen afterwards? Good or bad? If bad, I will stop. Though it's a good action. Example, the Prophet said ﷺ to Aisha, may Allah be pleased with her, Ya Aisha, had it not been to the fact that your people are close related in time to pre-Islamic era. Yani they have just accepted Islam few months ago. Had it not been to that fact, I'm afraid of this, I would have demolished the Kaaba and built it again on the foundations of Ibrahim. You know this ark? What is it called? Al Hakim. In colloquial language they call it Hijr Ismail. This is part of the Kaaba. So if you go inside in Tawaf, your Tawaf is invalid. The Prophet wanted to demolish it, to build it again on the foundations of Ibrahim, on the pillars of Ibrahim, and have two doors, one for the people to enter and one for the people to exit if they want to see it. Okay, Prophet of Allah, why didn't you do it? He said, because if I do this, those new Muslims would reject Islam. And they would say, he's not a messenger of Allah. He's humiliating the house of Allah. He is so and so. And they would reject Islam. So the Prophet was thinking of what? Of the consequences. We have so many people like this. Once I was talking to a brother, he's telling me I have shredded papers of Quran. What to do with it? I said, burn it. He said, Fear Allah. Talking to me? He said, yes. You want me to humiliate the Quran? I said, no, akhi, burn it to preserve it. This is the word of Allah. Burning it is halal with the intention of saving it and preserving it instead of being torn and scattered. I said, no, this is haram. I said, akhi, if you know the fatwa, why do you come to me? Go to somewhere else. MashaAllah, you're knowledgeable. So people have weird way of thinking without knowledge. So you have to be patient. Finally, I think that dinner might be. I'm not promising anything. Finally, is balance a choice that we have to make? No. This is our destiny. You don't have a choice of, let me be balanced or imbalanced. No. To be a Muslim, you must be balanced. Otherwise, you have a big problem because you're not complying with the Quran and the Sunnah, and Allah Azza wa Jal knows best. Wallahu a'lam. ونسبة العلم إليه أسلم وصلى الله وسلم وبارك على عبده ورسوله نبينا محمد.